Thank you to Surfshark VPN for sponsoring this video.
Are you planning on playing any other games on this channel? I do play other games sometimes. I'm currently working on it with a potato PC, so it's given up on me a few times when I've tried to play other games, but I do play The Forest, I play BioShock, I play with my dick on a Tuesday. Fuck you and Jesus, fuck you. Bitch lasagna. Bitch lasagna. Bitch lasagna.
I really want a bitch lasagna.
Talking about it.
If I went to a restaurant and I'm like, would you like to order?
Would you like a little bit more bitch on your lasagna? Yes, please. Tell me where to stop. Instead of Salt Bay, it's Bitch Bay. Because he sprayed a bitch on the lasagna. You just
I like it.
Concerted effort to fuck a biscuit. Touch my cunt. Go on, touch it. Go on. I fucked a biscuit. God fuck my biscuit.
I have so many questions. Like, listen.
Oh, girl.
I know you shouldn't make fun of people, but this is one that I can't stop watching. It fascinates me. I've never felt so creepy watching a young woman enjoy her life, but it's just I can't stop watching. This is like the only form of reality TV that I would tune into every day.
The reality about Tourette, though, it's not everybody that has a Tourette as severe as that.
Tourette syndrome is a common neurodevelopmental disorder that begins in childhood or adolescence. It is characterized by multiple movement, motor tics, and at least one vocal phonic tic. Common tics are blinking, coughing, throat clearing, sniffing, facial movements, and some form more extremes include swearing, crazy gestures, etc., etc. A whole bunch of people are going to be watching this video like, oh man, that's Tourette's? I thought my dad was just an asshole.
Why don't you use Instagram? Hugh88, I don't fuck biscuits. I fuck the queen. I don't have an Instagram because frankly, I kind of feel like when people are asking me for Instagram, they're actually asking if I have like a portfolio of softcore porn. They want to see if there are any sexy pics.
That is 100%
that is correct.
true. Wow.
You're correct.
I'm not gonna lie, I actually looked up her Instagram before we did this video just to see if she has some, for that reason. I did it.
Did you?
I did. I wanted to see just how sweet Anita is. Okay. Sorry, she started yelling, cut, fuck, all this shit. And I'm like, I think I'm in love. So I think I gotta look her up. You know what I mean?
Oh, man.
She's so right.
She's right on the money.
Wow, that's a good point.
That's a good point.
Because when I asked a girl for Instagram, I'm just trying to see if she got cakes. You know what I mean? Because I got a sweet tooth. Let's go. I got that diabetes. I can't get enough. I'm like, baby, call me Craig David, because can you fill me in? All right, I need that Instagram.
And I just don't do that sort of thing. I don't have anything against people who do. I'm not going to shame anyone for that if that's how they enjoy their sexuality. It's just not for me, and I kind of feel weird when people are asking for that. It's like, hi, I like your face, can I see you naked? It's just such a weird dynamic, and we all know that that's what dudes are low-key asking for when they ask for your Instagram.
I really like this person.
I like this person. Yeah, I like her too.
Yeah, I know I just objectified her for like 5 minutes straight, but genuinely, I thought that was a really great response, and it does raise a really interesting question about Instagram. Because I'm not gonna lie to you, I would say 90% of Instagram, even for casual people, was just about sexualizing them.
For the majority of people, yeah. Yeah, there's good people on there. There's a bunch of a lot of people on there that's not for that. But it's just like, you know, like when you look at internet, you know, there's a lot of good information on internet. But for every website of whatever, there's 2 websites of porn on internet. You know, yeah.
She raised like a really good point. It's like, you know, at least with Facebook, you can say you're keeping in touch with people, you're staying up to date with stuff. You know, there's definitely a lot of like upsides for me, just for like the casual use of Facebook for my family and friends and stuff at work. Instagram to me just strikes me like a lot of attention seeking and a lot of sexualization. It's like I've heard people say like, yeah, I'm following a bunch of inspiring women, and then you go click on the inspiring women they're following, and it's just like women in like really tight clothes where their ass is very like visible, and I'm just like, okay. Again, I'm not criticizing people for it. I'm not saying it's bad, but I'm like, it does raise an interesting point. When we're asking somebody for their Instagram, if we're being honest, the only reason we're asking is like, to see if that person looks good.
Well, you know, back in the days, the only people that had a portfolio were artists, visual artists, photographers, tattoo artists, but you didn't bring that thing with you. You know what I mean? Now everybody has a folio.
Right.
Everybody has access to an array of pictures of how they look. If you want to contact me, there's a lot of other ways of contacting me on the Instagram. And there's some people sometimes they'll go straight to the Instagram.
Yeah.
What's your Instagram? Oh. The opposite sex is gonna go straight for the Instagram.
It's a way to get a lot of information about you, what you look like. I know for me, there have been times where like a girl's hit me up online and I look up her Instagram to see, because like, you know, like one of her profiles only has like her face, and I'm just like, but she may not. So I start going through everything else to find out, and just to be like, all right, she looks good, and I'm not the only one.
No, you're part of the problem. I'm just kidding, but not really.
I did answer because I was like, he's kind of right.
You're part of the problem. So.
Officer, don't shoot, and you're like, fuck you there.
And see that clip, but yeah, you're part of the problem, which is fine. It's okay. You're not blaming them. You're just acknowledging the fact that. So it's not like you're pointing people.
A VPN is a virtual private network. It's a privacy protection tool which guarantees your online safety. So when you're surfing the web and you want to protect your passwords, your videos, your photos, all your encrypted data, and you want to make sure that nobody steals it, that's where a VPN comes in and keeps all of your stuff safe. Look, guys, I know times are tough. You're going to be bored. You're going to want to do things. And so there might be TV shows you want to watch, and those TV shows might get blocked because your IP address. You didn't choose where you were born. You didn't choose, well, you kind of chose where you live. But anyways, if you want to be able to watch these TV shows, you shouldn't have to move to do so. Use a VPN, bypass that, and that's where Surfshark comes in. Now, because you're one of our fans, you know what I'm saying, about to hook you up, 83% off, plus 1 month for free. That's a good deal. You paying 17%. You just paying the taxes. Well, you're not literally, but I'm just saying, you know, get 17. Anyways, not that important. Try it out. They got a 30-day money-back guarantee. But if you want to access all these TV shows, there's a whole bunch of good stuff that's going to come out because we know we're going to be bored during this pandemic. Jump on it. Thank you to Surfshark. We really appreciate their support. I've had women do it to me, too.
Of course.
Because people are like, how come you don't post more yourself? Because I'll post videos of me dancing, right? I'll post pictures of me. But I won't, like, do all the, like... The reason why I don't do more is because I know what it's for. I know it's to like get women to get thirsty and try to raise their desire levels, and I'm like, I don't think I want to do that. I have friends who literally have an account where they never post; they just follow a bunch of Instagram.
Yeah, well, the people on Instagram for different things. There are followers, right, and people that are followed. Right, there are people that do not post and really just follow, and it's really for an entertainment. They're not here to expose anything or anything whatnot. You know what I mean?
It's like you remember how like models and like supermodels on TV back in the day used to affect a lot of people's psyche.
Yes,
I feel like Instagram does that, but times 10.
Absolutely.
Because before you at least recognize it was just supermodels and they were the exception. Now it's everyday girls who are taking these ridiculous angles to make their, which doesn't even look like what they look like in real life. Because I'll see Instagram models sometimes in real life. I'm like, your pictures do not do you justice.
No.
Actually, no. You do not do justice to your pictures.
Ooh, wow.
But
bars.
And so it creates this ridiculous standard.
It's worse. Before, like, all of those supermodels, they were supermodels. It was...
You recognize it was something insane.
It was a standard that was not attainable. It was something that was out there. Yes, people tried, but it was really something that was... Now it's girl next door. And the twerk and tweak.
It's funny you said that. Because the girl next door is literally doing that on Instagram. Yeah. Sometimes I creep to the picture. I'm like, Instagram Live. Yes. Leslie, if you're seeing this, I apologize.
Who?
Leslie.
Oh.
That's her Instagram name.
Okay.
So I didn't give her out her real name.
No, of course not.
Yeah, I wouldn't do
but that you know, people tweak and twerk their things to look a certain way. That's anybody. Guys and girls. Guys and girls. It's not just the girls. It's the guys too.
I wouldn't know. Because I don't follow dudes. I don't look at no male profiles. I got one friend who's like in the NFL, and that's my homie, and one who does music. And if they start posting selfies that look suspect, I'd be like, hey, good luck in your life. But it's just ladies.
It's the guys too. I have to admit, I have a bias. I don't like when a girl posts too much selfies. If it's just selfies, I just delete that. But if it's a guy, I delete it and I judge. I'm like, you got problems.
It does make sense though.
Why?
Because again, it's like you recognize that women are judged far more for their looks and their
Yes.
values based off their looks.
Yes.
So you judging a man for being that vapid makes sense because you're like, bro,
You're not
in
even
terms of
judged
like
on that.
the natural selection of the way things work, you're not even investing in the other stuff. You're just on your looks.
Yeah.
Which seems even more vapid in a weird way.
Yeah, because you're not even judged on that.
Right.
As much as women are judged on that.
I mean, there's nothing sexier to me than when I meet a girl and she's like, I don't have an Instagram. And I'm like, ooh, who is you? Who is you? Who is you? You don't got no Instagram, girl? I can't direct message you. I got to talk to you to
Wow.
talk. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm going to probably just sit on this for a couple of days and probably just think about it. But yeah.
That means you're just gonna watch more videos of her. Yeah, we all know it. Cochon. Salope. Chien. Nefrette. Vaipai. Chaillasse.
Fuck the queen of the ass. Sorry. Sorry.
Oh.
Unfortunately, the reality is that regardless of what women do and how little efforts they put forth, we're always going to go through a process of sexualizing them.
Yeah.
It is one of the realities of our world. It's something that I don't know if we can get around. I think we sexualize each other as genders pretty much all the time. You know, it's tough. But I do respect her stance. I thought she brought up an interesting point. And, you know, all jokes aside, she should start an Instagram. So that's it for any other points you want to make? No? Any thoughts you want to have about Tourette's?
Cochon.
What are your thoughts about Tourette's?
Oh, my thoughts about Tourette's. Tourette's. I've seen and I've worked with people with Tourette's.
Okay.
The person I was working with that has Tourette's was milder than this, right? So we spoke about it. So the point is to speak about it, and then everybody understand what's going on and are able to move on, right? At some point, you get passed through that, and you understand that what's going on. It's just part of the personality of the person. But yeah, it's a hard knock life. You know what I mean? You can't have. What I was saying basically is not that the vast majority of people don't have Tourette's as bad as that.
Yeah, no. I
They
agree.
have it's milder than that. But yeah, when it goes, it goes.
But I'm happy. I'm happy to just see somebody like that be able to find a living, be successful, despite all that, and speaks highly of basically character. So congratulations, and yeah, start the Instagram. That's it.
Sweet Anita, you ain't got this shit. Just do your thing, all right?
Start it. I don't care. I want her to start it. Don't get in the way of me and all her fans who want to start Instagram.
Don't do it, girl.
Start an Instagram.
Don't do it.
Start the Instagram.
Why you talking to me?
Start it. Start it. Start it, stupid cunt.
This guy's with that. Did you just say started stupid cunt?
It was
Tourette's. Biology.
You do art?
I do draw. You can check out the
Ooh.
Discord. There's a couple
Ooh.
of my drawings on the Discord. Just an
Cool.
unfinished sketch of my bearded dragon and my cunt. No, I didn't draw my cunt.
I mean,
It's just the confusion when you're.
No, did you heard the guy go, I mean,
This man really went. Well, I mean,
you know what it looked like to me?
if
Thicker than a bowl of oatmeal.
I said that.
Like whenever I've met girls and they've had like huge Instagram followings and we're talking, I've never thought it was a good thing. I didn't think it was necessarily a bad thing, but it didn't make them more desirable.
That's what you're saying.
It's weird. It's like I'm not taking my time to wrap my head around it, but I remember I really got into Instagram late, like last 2 years.
Yes.
And even then, I barely used it. I got like 40 posts in like 3 years. And I try not to stay and hang out on it at all. In fact, I post what I have to post for work, and I pretty much get off. Sometimes people DM me, and I'm like, hey, I'm saying, but other than
I'm
that,
sorry, what?
yeah, I'm saying, this chat, shit, okay. Go Gators.
That's what you think. Go Gators.
She raised a good point. And so here's what I'm going to raise to you.
Oh, okay.
If I'm a woman and I'm on a date and a dude asks me for my Instagram, should I see that as a bad thing?
I think it's a thing. It's not necessarily good. It's not necessarily bad. I mean, you're on a date or you want to ask for a date. That could mean that he wants to see more of you in order to see more of you. It depends on a lot of parameters. It's not just necessarily a good thing. It's not necessarily a bad thing. It's a thing. I mean, it shows interest.
So basically, Instagram is like Tinder without the swipes.
Yes. It could be served as that. Definitely.
It is being served as that.
Yeah, it's another Tinder. I mean, you know.
It's interesting.